Yeah. They say, he who God bless, no one can curse. That is the case of Peter Obi, as you are talking now, because despite all the threatening attack, even underrating, it's like the light of Obi is continuing to be shining across the globe. Recently, he celebrated his birthday, and the whole 36 states celebrating the birthday of somebody that is not president yet. And to crown it up all, United Kingdom has endorsed Peter Obi. What else? I mean, can we are we expecting from our incoming president?
Well, it didn't come as a surprise. I think for some time, Obi has walked that ladder for a long time, tied with integrity, tied with knowledge, tied, with competence, and tied with, leadership prowess that's required. I think it has been proven over time, and not only that, Obi has engaged himself thoroughly with the grassrooted people. He has gone to the grassroots. And look at people who are celebrating him are majorly Nigerians from the low class. Let me just use that word, because they felt that Obi is the next thing that should happen to them. Nobody is praying for Nigeria to happen to anybody now. But this time around, Nigerians are saying let Obi actually happen to them. But it comes as a surprise when the UK declared their support for Obi, and making it very mandatory that there's no going back. They don't have any other option, considering the fact that we saw Buhari, there's problem already within the Buhari class, because where the London clinic where Buhari is being treated now, there is massive, presence of security men trying to investigate the issue that arose as a result of his death, especially the one that's connected to Jubril. But that's not where we're going actually now. But we're looking at the presence of Obi in UK. Why the UK government, I wouldn't say government or citizens, or organizations in UK, have decided to endorse him for 2027 election. But the fear is that especially that this must have to do with the recognition of the proposed biafra that is coming any moment from now. But people are already interpreting it to mean that Obi, of course, the UK recognition of Obi 2027 has triggered the final recognition by these colonial masters of Biafra. That's what the whole thing looks like. But in a very clear term, Obi has, to an extent, softened the political space and give Nigerians hope that there is something big that is coming. And of course, this is the first time, I think, in the history of Nigeria, we are seeing somebody that is not a president being celebrated in 36 states. And people are wondering how come it has gotten to that level. I think that dismantled Aso Rock completely, that shakes off, that put off, because everybody's wondering now, is Peter Obi actually the president? Is it now the president? Or why is, for the past few months now, Peter Obi has been, on the lips of every Nigerian. I've never seen like that. People spend millions and millions of naira trying to give to the poor, celebrate Obi's 4th birthday. It was just amazing. It was just overwhelming. I think on that single note, that was what attracted British government or British citizens to begin to issue a kind of statement that Nigeria might have another direction come 2027. They might be expecting something they have never witnessed since the inception of this country. But we are seeing that some British Biafran group who are purely, these are not Biafrans themselves, but they are pro-Biafran, are also leveraging on that statement and saying that the coming and the recognition of Biafra is the reason why the UK has endorsed Obi. Anything can happen there. That's the way you put it. But we'll just leave it the way it stands now. But that is the presence of Obi in Nigeria. Peter Obi in Nigeria currently now.
Before we move to his political activities, I want to express my surprise about somebody that that I don't expect to celebrate the birthday of Obi. I'm talking about Reno Omokri on his social media Andrew X. Andrew, he congratulates Obi and he wish him happy birthday. And I think when your enemy are turning to your friend, what is happening?
Reno Omokri is not. In fact, I don't know. Whether he just repented or he went to church and he was being prayed for, or they have just delivered him from demonic possession. He's been possessed by demonic spirit. But if you look at Reno Omokri deeply, I think he is beginning to realize, that all the falsehood he raised against Obi never, responded to any of those things. Obi was just, focused on trying to do what he needed to do, And even Daniel Buala and so many of them, who are, attacking Obi in all ramifications, using their spread or their command in the social media, to make sure that they dismantle the integrity Obi has acquired for years. Unfortunately, it failed with the statement Reno Omokri was trying to make, coming out to say, Obi, I think to an extent, I wish you happy birthday. It means that he can turn against Bola Ahmed Tinubu anytime. It means he can turn against Atiku anytime, any moment from now. And if he senses that the public direction is heading towards Obi, don't be surprised in a few months from now, you're seeing Reno Omokri coming out publicly, to demonstrate stomach infrastructure, hoping that Obi is going to win 2027 at the end of the day.
Let's talk about Ned Nwoko. He recently said that it's only Northern candidate that can win the presidential election in 2027. Do you see somebody like Ned Nwoko change his mind towards Peter Obi because of this thing that is happening now?
Ned Nwoko, I think the two of them has made that statement. The other one is Okonkwo, Kenneth Okonkwo, who also made that statement. But I just want to let Ned understand is this, they might have their own perspective of reasoning, but that it does not tally, with the law of nature, the natural law of justice. Anything that's outside nature is not justice. That is the way it is. Whatever that is good for A is also good for B. Currently now, Obi is running both the north and the south, and he's become the most popular person on earth. But the issue of them capitalizing on moving the presidency to the north or campaigning for the president, it is not popular. You can see they are just in the minority anyway. People does not buy into that idea of campaigning for North. But they can decide to toe that line just to keep a certain presence within the political space, and also maintain some interest within the South, political interest within the South. So we are not looking at that anyway, because anything can happen at any day. But I can tell you, in honest truth, they by now they would have known that those who underrated Obi, will be gnashing their teeth by currently now. So Ned Nwoko, who is also advocating for the creation of a Nyama state, I think from Delta, should also understand clearly that it is not the turn of the North, and the South will not allow that to hold. But unfortunately, Kenneth Okonkwo, who never wished to be a birthday, based on his convictions, what we have come to discover that Obi is more qualified, irrespective of reservation he have against Obi, which does not hold water. There's no reason he will give that does hold water, that a northern candidate will take over 2027. There's no reason for that.
I think Ned Okonkwo was once an artist turned lawyer. Is that so?
Ned Okonkwo is a senator, if I'm correct. What we are talking about, the actor, Kenneth Okonkwo.
Kenneth Okonkwo. I want to quote the word of Kenneth Okonkwo now. When he said that the idea of Obi that Obi no de Peshishi, that he is not going to obey the delegate, that it cannot work. that they cannot give him ticket cheaply and go and lavish it the way he did it in 2027, 2023. What do you have to say about that area?
Obi is a Biafran before anything, before he become a Nigerian, before you an Igbo man by that, no. And it is time we begin to call every person that come from that region Biafran, because our language is Igbo. We must understand that. Then, but let us move it away from there, because Igbo has become something common to describe a particular tribe or race, that from that extraction, from that region. But let me just put it very clearly now. Obi, when you say somebody does not give shishi, does not mean that Obi does not go to the market and buy, or does not give his family money, or does not support charity or that. But what they are trying to tell you that, Obi brought integrity to prudency. He is prudent with his money. He makes sure that his money goes to the right places and for the right thing. And people looking at it that he might not be this too extravagant. Not that Obi does not give. Obi is not just unnecessarily, extravagant. Obi still pay some people's school fees. Obi still have list of people who are under his scholarship, who are undergoing scholarship, who they pay for. So if they are factoring Obi based on he is going to be throwing money, the way other politicians throw money, those who are throwing money actually looted the resources of Biafrans, and that's why they are extravagant with that. Obi never did that. Obi might have cut an inch for himself, built through the career of ladder of learning, businesses grow from one point to another and to a level where he is now. And not only that, Obi is well read, so he understands that money it cannot be put to waste without generating anything at the end of the day, or money cannot be put to a particular place that it will not be useful. So those are the things that differentiate Obi from regular and common looting politicians we have around Nigeria now.
Now let's go to the bottleneck, and we are going to write it up now. We are talking about ADC coalition of that's happening in ADC and Obi in Labour Party. Let's talk about Obi in ADC. Do you see it that Nigeria politicians, they're ready to give you anything like tickets cheaply, like you just tip them and they just vote you like that, where we have money back like Alhaji Atiku Abubakar? How do you think they are going to settle it out? And with the news I'm hearing, I've not verified it, it's like Atiku is asking Obi for some it's giving him some condition that make sure that Nigeria is not divide over you, and make sure that you spend what time. How does this one sound? Does it sound that it's like Atiku is bowed down for?
No. A continuous pressure. If you look at what happened at the birthday yesterday, almost all the whole 36 states celebrated the Obi, and every obedient in every state has this placard, has this banner. Please, Mr. Atiku, allow Obi. 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 Step down for Obi. That's what almost all of them were saying it. I think with time, Atiku is a human being. I respect Atiku very well. To an extent, I respect Atiku very well. Of course, he stand before 2023. Caught my attention. But what is actually playing out now is that, the coalition under African Democratic Congress, ADC, must understand that the coalition people should be targeting is not even the coalition that brought these big names together. It is the people. And it has been proven. We can see it physically during the celebration of Obi's birthday in all the 36 states of the Federation. It is not a common thing to achieve, and most of these people have to put their money, how they earn money to celebrate Obi. You know what it means? Without Obi, they hard-earned money, they put it out in the public because they feel that, the time has come, and that this type of human being comes once in a while, and it is time for them to, at least for the first time, embrace integrity in leadership.
Of course, Nigeria are yearning for good governance for a very long time, and I think they are about to get it right this time around. And I pray that may God of heaven help us. Please don't forget to like this video, comment, share, subscribe to this channel, and press the notification button so you will have advantage.
Yes, and another thing is that, this does not stop what we are talking about, and everybody knows what we are talking about. Well, Nigeria might not like it, but it has to come, and Obi time has come. Thank you.
Thank you very much.